Whoever you are, wherever you go, someone in this city wants to murder you.
So they just admitted that the city is not safe, so why aren't they walking with an escort? They can just be killed at any moment. This is the scene where Sansa sends a letter to the Vale for support, and for whatever reason, she doesn't tell Jon.
What should I do differently?
I don't know. I don't know anything about battles. Just don't do what he wants you to do.
That's good advice.
It was clearly discussed that Jon Snow would not do anything stupid like misplacing himself, but here we are. And this should be where Jon Snow dies because of his dumb decision to go into the battlefield, but he gets saved by his plot armor.
The dead are the enemy.
The dead. Is that another figure of speech?
The army of the dead is on the march.
The army of the dead.
What the hell is Jon's plan in this scene?
Your strategy has lost us Dawn, the Iron Islands, and the Reach.
Classic Tyrion failing at his job as usual.
You idiot. You fucking idiot.
Does Jaime not understand that a dragon is not incapacitated by one spear in his shoulder?
So bring the dead to her.
Yeah, this is just a stupid plan. A much better one would be to rescue Uncle Benjen since he's proof of the White Walkers, and it would give his character some relevance. He can't pass through the wall, but you can just fly him over it with a dragon.
Run back to Eastwood. Get a raven to Daenerys. Tell her what's happened.
I'm not leaving you.
You're the fastest. Go, now!
It doesn't make any sense as to why Jon Snow expects Gendry to be an Olympic marathon runner, although it turns out that he is one, which is even more stupid. So this is what Tyrion has to say about saving Dany's allies.
So what would you have me do?
Nothing. Sometimes nothing is the hardest thing to do.
Jon Snow is literally helping the Night King here in the fact that he's stalling. And then after losing a dragon, Jon Snow doesn't even have the courtesy to lie to Cersei about being loyal to her. So his dumb actions just made everything pointless.
The dead will come north first. Enjoy dealing with them.
The whole feud between Sansa and Arya is just dumb and pointless. It lasts all of season 7 because Bran doesn't feel like telling them that Littlefinger is a traitor. So Bran in this scenario is just being stupid because he's causing all this unnecessary conflict. So let me detail Tyrion's plan to change Cersei's mind. First, he complains about Tywin.
In spite of what he did to me.
Oh, poor little man.
Then, he says he destroyed Cersei's family.
You love your family, and I have destroyed it. I will always be a threat, so put an end to me.
Literally says that he wanted to kill her.
I've thought about killing you more times than I can count.
Actively tries to commit suicide.
Say the word.
Drinks a gallon of wine. And then finally at the end, when things get interesting, since he figured out that she's pregnant, it cuts away.
Take those who matter.
You're pregnant.
This is just infuriating at this point. David and Dan can't write an intellectual scene for the life of them. This is like them putting in fart jokes, but wait, they already did.
So we had messed up the most kind of obvious storytelling possibilities, and HBO, for some reason, decided to give us another chance.
You must really be good in a meeting because the idea that...
Good.
Here are the classic first few lines of season 8 to show the washed IQs of the two smartest characters in the show.
At least your balls won't freeze off.
You take great offense at dwarf jokes, but love telling eunuch jokes. Why is that?
Because I have balls, and you don't.
We have never had a conversation last this long without you insulting me. Not once.
I guess Brienne has developed amnesia as a side effect from the horrendous writing because she literally has this 5-minute conversation with Jaime in this scene. The fact that Samuel thinks he's suddenly a warrior just hurts.
Need me out there?
Well, if that's what it's come to, we really are fucked.
Well, calling you fucked wouldn't be strictly accurate.
I'm not abandoning my people.
Take this and go.
I don't know how to use it.
One of the smartest characters in season 8 doesn't know how to use a knife? Okay.
What kind of person climbs on a fucking dragon? A madman!
That's some great continuity there, Tormund.
You are my queen. I don't know what else I can say.
This is just a big nut punch to Jon Snow's intelligence. Dany is literally distressed, and "you are my queen" is the only thing this guy can muster. Then, I shit you not, he stands up and says the exact same thing.
You are my queen.
It's honestly just hard to believe at this point.
The new Prince of Dawn pledges his support.
No matter how many lords turn against her, as long as she sits on the Iron Throne, she can call herself Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
So Varys just told Dany about Dorne's support, and she just brushes it off and basically says it doesn't matter how many lords support her. Like, what? Then, the classic having a flying playdate over a potentially hostile territory with your dragon scene happens. We all know where this one's going.
Have you considered the best ruler might be someone who doesn't want to rule?
We're discussing treason.
Discussing treason in a public hall that echoes your voice, like a true master of whisperers. He also just tells Jon that he's committing treason, but it's not like Jon has the brain functionality to understand what's happening anyways.
I don't want to see the city burn. I don't want to hear the screams of children burning alive.
No, it is not a pleasant sound.
So in this clip, Tyrion is failing at a simple level of persuasion. Saying "I don't like this and that" will not persuade someone who is opposed to you. This is also a very integral moment in Tyrion's career because he's trying to prevent a war, but he's too dumb to do so.
How did they find you? Did you consider taking it off?
In Season 7, Jaime remembered to cover his hand, so why does he miraculously lose half of his brain cells and not cover a golden hand in public?
Where they keep the dragon skulls, beneath the Red Keep. Take her down there. Keep following the stairways down as far as they'll go. You'll come out onto a beach at the foot of the keep.
Tyrion wants to do everything to avoid the upcoming conflict of King's Landing, so why doesn't he relay this information to Daenerys?
I know a killer when I see one.
There's nothing in the world more powerful than a good story.
I think Tywin would have something to say about that.
Nothing can stop it. And who has a better story than Bran the Broken?
Yeah, okay. Literally the only reason why Tyrion picked Bran was because he was the only person he actually talked to. I don't think Tyrion knows about anyone else's story, so he just picked Bran out of process of elimination. A very genius way in determining the next king of Westeros, indeed.